Hello everyone and welcome to INFINOX Market Insights with me, Richard Perry, analysing markets for INFINOX on Wednesday the 21st of April. Now in today's markets we've got a little bit of dust settling going on today after some significant moves yesterday. And I always like to look at the reaction in the following session to some key moves. So it'll be very interesting to see how these markets pan out. Now there aren't too many key drivers of markets today. We've got the Fed still in blackout period and we're looking ahead towards the ECB. However, we've still started to see some corrective moves coming through equity markets. Do these moves now start to progress? That's one of the themes I'm looking at today. We've also seen the UK inflation data having an impact on sterling this morning. I'll talk about that. Now, in terms of data points, other than that, you haven't got a great deal of movement through major markets, I don't think, through the calendar today. So we're looking just at the reaction for the UK inflation. Now, don't forget to look out for the INFINOX support and resistance table at the end of the video, which always gives a good indication of levels, I think. Now, with regards to the markets I'm looking at today, we're checking out the cable chart for sterling dollar and the reaction to the UK inflation numbers. Can sterling break through that $1.40 level is the question. Also looking at the gold chart, that gold price continues to rally as the dollar has slipped in recent sessions. That continues to be a theme that I'm playing out for as well. And the S&P 500 futures, a pullback yesterday, but is it the start of a corrective move? Let's have a look at these charts. So on the INFINOX MT5 platform, we can see first of all with sterling dollar that there has been a failure again around that $1.40 level. That was a really key level of resistance. Big barrier for sterling dollar to get through, obviously with not only the cash but also options positioning as well. Can it get through there? And it's pulled back to the latest breakout around 139.20. Found a basis of support there this morning, but there is a sort of a question mark whether that move is now going to continue. Will the market just pull back and continue to do that trading range, which has been starting to form between the 136.60 area towards 140 area? That is a ranging play that we've seen on sterling dollar at the moment. It's a question mark, I think, that is yet to be resolved, because I think a decisive closing breakout above 140 and you really do open the upside towards 142, 142.50. But that 140 barrier is a key moment. We've got the momentum, which has just sort of tailed off in the last 24 hours as that pullback candle that we saw yesterday, back to the breakout support. And again, the breakout support is important for sterling dollar there. Inflation numbers have not really done a great deal to change the outlook for cable at the moment, but you'd certainly think that cable, I think, is going to be continuing to pressure 140, but can it break out to the upside on that chart? And onto the gold chart. We saw this breakout that we had on gold back end of last week that saw the move above 1755 and then started to really use that breakout as a basis of support in the last couple of sessions. That's really encouraging because you can see the improvement coming through the RSI, relative strength index momentum, and it really does look as though it's pushing towards this target, I think, of 1820 up towards 1840 area. And obviously the initial resistance comes around the round figure level of $1,800, but I think that this is positioning for a continued move. I don't necessarily think that gold is going to be bursting strongly higher. I think this is a recovery of a drift nature. However, it does look as though, technically speaking, it's positioning strongly, given the fact that we had a pullback on Monday and then found support on the breakout and has gone again. And finally, on the S&P 500 futures, I looked at this yesterday in the webinar that we did, and it's interesting that we're starting to see some corrective move. Is it going to now start to decisively pull back? We had a sharp move to the downside yesterday, but it's ticked slightly higher today. Now, the reaction on markets to a selling phase is a really important feature of the next session. How does the market then react once the dust begins to settle? Because there is obviously this support you can see here around the 14,100 to 14,110 mark. That is a crucial level of support. How does the market react around support there? A closing move below 14,100, I think, really does tempt then start to show the market reacting to the downside, and we could then see a pullback, if I go back on the daily chart, into this band of support between 39.60, 39.80 area. But obviously, as I said, that support is holding at the moment. There's been a slight pullback on the RSI on the daily chart, more considerable, I think, on the hourly chart, the 4-hour chart, where we've seen a deterioration there. And again, 50 on the 4-hour chart could be a telling moment, because this could turn into a top pattern. You then project that downwards from 41.10 from that high at 41.80 area, and you can project that down, and that brings you down to the low 4,000s. Thanks a lot for watching this video. I hope you found it informative for your trading. Join me again for more market insights on Friday, where we'll be looking at the reaction to the ECB meeting. So with that, I will leave you with the INFINOX support and resistance table, and I'll speak to you then. Thank you very much.